that have been made recently by one political group listing incidents where they claim that they have been violated. We don't have a single report in any of our police stations. The Inspector General is here of any of those incidents that they list there. I know that sometimes we are dealing with the case of the death of decency, the conduct of political affairs in our country, but we ask our political leaders also to be a bit more decent and responsible, because they are as responsible for this country as we are ourselves. We have one country, this is our only home on earth. We cannot hope to destroy it in the process of seeking political power.
Senators will from Tuesday debate proposed amendments, the Political Parties Amendment Bill 2021, after the National Assembly approved the bill. The Senate Justice and Legal Affairs Committee, which last week held a two-day public participation exercise, will be tabling a report detailing its findings. Sources say that more than 10 amendments will be tabled for review. The polls body, IEBC, is among institutions that have questioned some of the proposed amendments, as Chemutai Goin reports.
Following the chaotic scenes witnessed in the National Assembly during the debate on proposed amendments to the Political Parties Act, the action will move to the Senate Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday this week in special sittings to review the bill. If the Senate passes the bill without any new amendments, it will be forwarded to the President to pen his signature, making it law. But if the Senate introduces amendments, the bill will have to be sent back to the National Assembly for concurrence. If the National Assembly fails to agree with the Senate proposals, the bill proceeds to mediation, where a special committee from opposing ends will attempt to reach consensus.
The voting, the structure will be by delegations. By delegations, we mean the elected senators are the ones who will vote. And for a bill to go through the Senate, you need, like I said, a minimum of 24 counties to vote, which means 24 elected senators, where the only situation where a nominated can vote is when the elected senator is absent and he has delegated.
Already, the Justice and Legal Affairs Committee, which carried out a two-day public participation session, gathered varying views from interested parties, including the polls body IEBC, which opposed some of the amendments, views which will be submitted in the Tuesday afternoon sitting. The Commission took issue with the definition of political party as coalition political party, saying it created ambiguity on what a coalition of political parties was when other parties were allowed to field individual candidates. Citing Section 27 of the Elections Act, requiring a political party to submit its nomination rules to the Commission at least 6 months before the nomination of its candidates, IEBC is challenging the proposed amendment requiring coalition party to submit its coalition agreement at least 120 days before the election, warning that the timelines were not aligned with the electoral timelines. IEBC, in its presentation to the Senate committee, noted that the provision mandating the Register of Political Parties to certify the names appearing in party list usurped its role. The bill has put Azimio la Umoja allied senators against those allied to Deputy President William Ruto. The Azimio wing, keen on ensuring the bill is hastily passed to facilitate the setting up of the Azimio la Umoja coalition party, whose flag bearer is ODM leader Raila Odinga. Chemutai Goin, Citizen TV.
One person was today shot dead in Ramula area of Siaya County during protest over the alleged murder of a secondary school teacher by a police officer. Residents stormed the Ramula police post on Monday morning and thereafter barricaded the road, engaging the police in running battles for the better part of the Monday morning. And as Laura Otieno now reports, residents are now calling for an overhaul of the security unit in the area, accusing the police officers there of negligence.
Scenes at Ramula area in Siaya County on Monday morning. What started as a protest over the death of a secondary school teacher escalated to full-blown chaos that left one person dead. residents joined students of Ramula Secondary School who had stormed the Ramula AP police post after the body of a male teacher was found in his house on Monday morning, bearing wounds that indicated murder. The main suspect, according to residents, was a police officer attached to the Ramula AP post who was entangled in a love web with a slain teacher.
Sasa sisi tukitaka justice ama wanafunzi walienda hapo kutaka justice ya mwalimu wao, walikataa na wakaanza kupiga mpaka wakaua mtu mmoja. Hata sasa hizi wametutanyuka kila mahali.
Transport along the Ramula-Luanda road was temporarily paralyzed as residents barricaded the road to protest what they termed as laxity by police in addressing the wanton insecurity in the area.
Hawa polisi watu angali na wakisikia kuna kitu wanakimbia kwenda kuchukua pesa. Na kama mtu ameuliwa hakuna action wenye wanafanya. Na wakisikia tu pombe iko pale wanakimbia kukimbia yenyewe.
We want action to be taken on this. It's a serious matter. Our teachers have been killed here and there is no any action that has been taken. So we are urging the CS in the Interior Cabinet Secretary to take an action on this.
The two bodies were moved to the Yala Sub-County morgue. Laura Otieno, Citizen TV.
All right, before we take a quick break, with only 14 days left to the closing of the second phase of enhanced voter registration, the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission has missed their target by far. Let me bring up the figures so that you see what has happened during week one. The target there initially was 4,480,706. That's the target they have between 17th of January all the way to the 6th of Feb. That's 21 days. But they have not been able to achieve this. So let's go to the diaspora voting, which is quite low as well. They've only managed to register about 163 new voters. The biggest places where registration happened was in Juba, where there was 35, Washington, D.C., where there was 31, Kigali only 23, and Kampala 16. There are certain places that registered 0 numbers. In the last 1 week, this is the number that they've registered so far of Kenyans on the target of 1.493569. That was their target. They've only managed to register 229,843 against a target of 1,493,569. With only 14 days left, the IEBC is urging people who have not registered to go out there and take their voters' cards, all right? Brill. On that note, we're taking a quick break here on the Monday Report. When we come back, we still have a lot more coming up. We will tell you what's coming up in a bit. We'd also like to hear your views on the political situations that's happening right now. Did the Mudavadi earthquake sweep away the One Kenya Alliance? And what next for that alliance? At Trevor Mbija at Citizen TV Kenya, use the hashtag Monday Report. We'll have an analytical perspective from Joseph Simeha and Barack Muluka. See you in just a bit. Self-confessed serial killer to be detained pending mental assessment. It's of Havana Estate.